For the Americans that are in the chat, that, yeah. All right, well, we are live into this one. Mousesports on the CT side, Fnatic on the terrorist side. No introductions really necessary for either of these two squads, as we've just got to see a spectacular Mirage matchup between the two, and it looks like could be gearing up for a little bit of a beast split here. Two members going to be pushing out through mid. That's going to be Olofmeister and Pronax. And again, we're going to see if the analytical mind here of Pronax can make it happen for his squadron. But look at this. They are going to be over here tapping away. Nice shot from Chris J, opening things up. But Pronax immediately back into him. And they do have the flashbangs to try to hold off this push. And Tabson's going to get caught out. Olofmeister, again, that armor Tech 9 buy. He's kind of coined that as his own thing here. And he's making it work already in this matchup. And look at this, bomb yet to be planted. Very passive setup. They're waiting for this long flank to come out here from Nico, who does have the 5-7. He's going to be able to spot out Olofmeister. He's not able to land the shots on him. And Pronax, the backside of Checkers, still not going to be able to make anything happen. Legia over here from the mid main, or A main, pardon me, B main. I don't even know where the hell I am. What map is this again? Olofmeister going to be able to find Legia, takes him down, and that's going to leave it on a 2 versus 4 post plan. Flusha with only 20 HP chimes in, but Gabi gets a pair of his own. It looks like he's going to be opting to fall back and save that kit. Yes. So the first round on the board, going to go the way of Fnatic. And again, we saw this in the last matchup. Whoever won the pistol round, they got eco'd immediately afterwards. So.
Right, and actually, that was a very interesting take from Fnatic. They didn't have a smoke. They're choosing to take this fight in at B in that lower choke point, not smoking that off and just letting Olofmeister. Maybe it's because he had that Tech 9 and he had some armor with him. He felt very confident. They just wanted to let him see if he can get another kill that way. It'll be interesting to see if they continue that into the gun rounds. But a very convincing pistol round from Fnatic. They just storm into that B site. And it was a very default pistol round setup for Mousesports spread out across the map. And now we do have that buy, like you said. Actually, Chris J's got armor and a scout as well.
And that's scary. That is very scary, especially since two members of the terrorist force are going to be sitting outside of this B main. Chris J is going to resign that position, though. So Pronax, though, opening things up. He's going to be able to find the first frag over by A main. Legia getting a little too aggressive for his own good. That bomb dropped. He's going to recover that and work his way back around. Olofmeister up there in A main. He's got Nico right around the corner, who's been absolutely lethal with that 5-7. And again, just instant dink onto Olofmeister, the reaction shot. Beautiful job from Nico, evening things back up onto the 4 versus 4. Chris J trying to find the damage in mid. He's going to take down JW lurking up, and that's going to leave a man advantage now here for the CT side. So again, these eco rounds so incredibly powerful from both sides. And look at this, they do have the B control, and Flush is going to be able to pop a shot there and does a little bit of damage onto Gabi, but they are going to be pushing right into this B bomb site. And Tabson's not going to be able to get it done. Chris J's not going to be able to get it done. And we are down to a 2 versus 3. Nico with the 5-7 and armor. Gabi, who did save the kit from the last round, but it looks like he wants to hang on to this AK for another day and try to push into this third round, having a little bit of a an economy bonus here from that AK-47.
Right, that's a great steal to pick up that rifle and just kind of save it. Nico's even coming over here. He's going to grab one of his own. So actually 2 AKs here for Mousesports. Nico's got armor behind it as well. So that'll be great if they can hold on to these. And it doesn't look like Fnatic is too committed to hunting him down, just kind of evacuating away from the bomb. But there's going to be 2 rounds for Fnatic. They don't keep up that trend of losing the eco. One player from Fnatic actually choosing to come chase down. That's Flusha. He's only got a 5-7, so he can't lose anything more. And if Mouse gets a little bit antsy and they peek one of these angles, he could find one. He's going to clear the corner. He jumps around. He does see him. He can't connect the shot. So they get away with that AK-47.
Reminiscent
so
of
close
the
was Flusha.
It's almost reminiscent of that 1v1 with Semphis and the P250 to spools.
Right, just clipping a hitbox of that texture very just barely.
Hate to bring up the raw memories, man.
Yeah,
That was pretty rough one, but
hopefully,
hey, you know.
Hopefully he's not watching.
Yeesh. All right. All right, well, third round coming out is now Fnatic up 2-0. They did salvage those 2 AK-47s on the CT side, and that's going to be on the back of Chris J, who does have head armor this round, and Nico, who's pushed up here. And beautiful opening right there on top of the boost box. They actually boosted up over sandbags and they managed to get up there, but JW and Pronax can have different ideas, and they're just going to push straight on through. And Gabi, where is he? He's actually pushed all the way up into the site. They didn't find him at the beginning, but now Chris J with the head armor and the AK-47 going to go ahead and fall back. Flusha able to drop another one, and that's going to be a 4-man stand here for the terrorist side. So 3-0 will be our scoreline as we move forward into the first gun round. If Chris J can hang on to this, then we're going to have a pretty solid economy boost there from the Mousesports side. And I believe after this round is over, we're going to do a little bit of a listen in on the Mouse side of things and see if we can't try to decipher what their strategy is going to be. Gabi, their in-game leader.
Yeah, and Chris J just trying to keep this AK-47 alive. He's having some great movement, sneaks past one player in B. So he's going to save that. Now we'll head to the listen in.
All right, well, very minimal comms there from them. You can see pretty cool and calm and collected.
That's not a bad thing. It just means they talked about this, previously. They know what they want, so they're just kind of reminding each other how they want to do something. They said they heard the word vents, so they're definitely going to boost one up there, and that is going to be Tapson who gets put in the vents, and that's going to give them some measure of mid control here. They do have one player over at Sandbags and one player at the box on the highway, just being able to rotate back and forth.
Now, this is a typical Fnatic strategy right here. They bombed all those smokes into the A bomb site, and JW is going to draw first blood onto Gabi. And look at this, Olafmeister already out in mid. He's going to be trying to work his way up. That flashbang, perfect timing. And look at this execution from Fnatic. Tabson was able to find one. He finds a second one. And Nico with the double from A main. Look at his awareness. He pushes all the way around, and he's able to drop two. And that leaves Crims now. And a round that had awesome execution from Fnatic just squandered here in the end. Chris J over by Truck. They've got Nico in A main, and they've also got Tabson, who was on highway. He's actually going to resign that position and work all the way back around to join his teammate Nico in A main. That bomb has been dropped right outside of the A main doorway. So a great recovery from Mousesports, and this first gun round surely going to go their way.
Yeah, unless Crims can come up with something magical. We've seen in the past, he does spot one out. Only 30 seconds to work with, though. He's going to clear out this boost. He wins that fight. Doesn't take too much damage either, so we can keep going with this, and he does. He gets a second one. This is a 1-on-3, but wow. Chris J lands a perfect headshot. Very crucial shot to hit as well. Don't want to give Crims more room to work with. He does take out two of them, so it turned into a costly round. But what can you say? Nico was actually boosted up that round, and as soon as the hits started coming up highway, you were exactly right. That flashbang was perfect with Olafmeister timing it. And Nico is just able to drop down the boost and push behind his smoke, and him and Tabson combine to bring him back into that round and bail him out. So that's going to be the first one for Mousesports here.
And again, we saw how big Nico and Chris J were in the previous matchup. You can see they're starting off again here 4-2, 3-3 respectively. Tabson was off to a very slow start on Mirage. So what's it going to be? Is Tabson going to be able to step up and fill that gap that they were missing on Mirage to be able to push this one out? JW's got different plans. He's going to be able to find two in mid, maybe a third. Legia behind the smoke, and JW with the lightning fast triple. And just like that, the defenses are crushed from the Mousesports side. Chris J is able to pick off one, but the trade is there. We talked about how good Fnatic are with trading these kills. Flusha not even giving Tabson a chance to have any kind of a rebuttal there. 4-1 now is going to be your scoreline. Fnatic off and rolling on their terrorist side.
Yeah, being very, very aggressive in their takes, very fast pace. There was even on one of the eco rounds, Olaf got out mid through a smoke very, very quick, and they've continued that here into the gun rounds that time. JW just obliterating the defense held there. And something Fnatic is very good at, we've mentioned it in the past throughout this tournament, is changing the pace. A lot of teams very interested in, changing the pace between fast and slow, and that's something Fnatic has mastered at. Pronax is a really good read on when to slow things down, when to speed things up. And they're going to keep going fast here. JW with a pick out of Chris J. Tabson can't do anything with an MP9. So 2 kills very, very quickly for Fnatic here.
And make that a third as Flusha does go ahead and take down Legia, and that's going to leave it all on Nico and Gabi. Nico with the P250, and Flusha lurking around in mid, waiting for this push to come around. Not going to check his angle. Nico goes down, and now Gabi, your last man standing. So this is very reminiscent of the way that Mirage started, except that now it's Fnatic on the terrorist side.
Yeah, and they're doing a great job of this. And Mousesports needs to find something. They need to get that mid control back, and that was one of the reasons they came back in Mirage. They were able to have such effective mid control of it. And here on Cash, it's a little bit more difficult for him at the moment. Gabi tries to wheel around from the heaven. He drops down, but he gets taken out. So a clean anti-eco from Fnatic. That's going to give him a lot of money in the bank. So looking very good right now, up 5-1. And Mousesports is going to be on another eco. It looks like they don't have the money to buy, and especially with the way Chris J's been playing, they probably want to get an AWP in his hands, so not even choosing to consider forcing here.
Right, and this is not a bad decision here. It's only 7th round, so there's a lot of time to work with. But Fnatic, they've already got 5. 6 is a pretty good half for the terrorist side of Cash, and anything beyond that is pretty sensational. I mean, we saw Mousesports against C9, they were able to get it done. But look at this eco round that's already coming out. Chris J is able to pick up an AK-47 over here in this A bomb site or mid area, and that's going to leave it all on Olafmeister, JW, and Crims. It's a 3 versus 3. Crims again, wallbang onto Gabi, and JW, he's just completely remorseless. Going to find that AWP frag. And now Chris J doesn't realize that he's above him. They line up, but unfortunately not able to get the shots off in time. The aim punch is too strong, and that will be the 6th round now for Fnatic. So we should see that AWP being purchased here by Chris J. And Yes.
And Fnatic's just fully willing at the moment to throw bodies through these smokes, and they're completely willing to sacrifice one player because they're winning all the trades afterwards. Even on eco rounds, losing that 1 AK coming through the smoke isn't a huge issue for him. And it wouldn't surprise me if this is the round that Pronax choose to slow things down. They've been so aggressive, it might prompt some kind of an aggressive response from Mousesports, and they might just sit back and try and find a way to punish one of those pushes. Also, knowing there are 2 saves in a row, they're going to have an AWP. That's exactly what happens. They spread out, they slow things down, and they're just looking for any kind of trickiness out of Mousesports.
And you can see that Nico's actually spammed down here. He does manage to get the frag onto Olafmeister. He's won that battle a couple of times between Olafmeister and A main, so again, Nico, he's doing a good job of getting that early information, getting that early pick here for the Mousesports side. You saw him when they won that economy round. Or not, they didn't win the eco round, but they got the 2 AKs out of that eco round. He was able to take down Olafmeister and A main as well. So that bomb is on the back of Pronax. He's basically been the dedicated bomb carrier, and this is going to be a Molotov for the vents. Yeah, I don't believe anybody's actually home over there. No, they're not. So Molotov and a flashbang to follow, try to blind them so they hook on the corner of that wall in there and burn to death, but not going to be able to find that. JW coming out mid. Chris J from Sandbags is going to be able to find one. He's looking for another one. The flashbang around the corner. Not going to be able to find anything just yet. 2 in A main, and Pronax going to get a nice shot onto him, and that's going to leave it all on LAN over here by the cat box. The flashbang comes around the corner. He does get himself out of dodge, and Gabi chimes in onto JW. So that bomb is working its way up towards Highway. It is going to be an A hit. Now peeking around from the site. Nico does so much damage, but he can't get it done. Legio, though, they're able to pick off the last 2, and Mousesports get their 2nd round.
But not able to salvage Chris J's AWP in middle at all, so he's not going to have that this round moving forward. They're going to have to drop some rifles over to him.
Right, you are. So no AWP in the hands of anybody on the CT side, and Olafmeister is actually going to go for the AWP here for Fnatic. So a little bit unconventional. JW may be saying, hey, I got that 3K out mid the last round that we took over that mid control. Let me just go with the rifle right now because I'm feeling it. And that's one of the things, you know, you talk about the dynamic players and everything. Olafmeister, his rifles are so strong, and his ability to switch things up and pick up that AWP as well. So good job from him, and look at this aggression from Crims. Those flashbangs, Legia is so blind. Both of them are so blind, and they're chipping away. Nico is able to finally find that frag on Crims. But look at how much damage they have taken over there, and Nico does go down, but Legia pushing into A main. That flashbang was really, really nice. Tabson and Gabi going to go in on a couple of members of Fnatic as well, and that's going to leave it on Flusha over here. And Tabson going to take care of business. So Mousesports making a bid for it right now, picking up a couple of rounds in a row. And let's see that money situation here for the Fnatic side. They're still doing pretty good on money.
Mousesports is very fortunate to get out of that with the win. He actually looked like he wanted to be a little bit aggressive, in a miscommunication with his teammate. He got completely blinded by a teammate's flashbang, and that's exactly when the door opened. He's able to get away, able to recover from the flashbang and get into a spot before being but they took so much damage, like you said, just not able to capitalize on it was Fnatic. But with that money, they're going to be buying again. You know, things we see out of Virtus Pro on this map, out of Titan, is how they use their Molotovs, and we haven't seen that out of Fnatic on this T side. It's basically just been bullying their way into these sections of the map, and here they are. They're speeding things up again. Karims bails his teammates out, gets that trade frag, so they're going to be able to enter onto the B bomb site. It's completely evacuated. Only got B. He's getting spammed through, but here come the smokes and the flashbangs. He's going to try and make a play through the smoke. It looks like he wants to, but not committing to it just yet. And there he goes. He does try for it. Pronax is ready. Takes him out, so that's going to be a bomb plan for Fnatic.
This nade. Oh, right through the legs. I thought it was going to hit him and do a lot more damage than it did, but Legia is down to 50 HP. It is a 4-on-3, so we're going to see if they can do anything here. Crims, little return spray. Nico's able to pick off one, but he goes down. Actually, Chris J goes down. Nico over here by A main. Still looking at this 3 versus 1, and he's not able to line it up on the Pronax. He does fall, so Legia is going to be saving here. He's got to be careful because there is a Lurkmeister coming around from the truck side, and we're going to see if we can manage to find this frag. Those walls are spammable down into CT spawn, for those of you who aren't aware. Oh, man.
What a small, minor detail having such a huge impact. Olafmeister, they take that bomb site. They only have a 1-player advantage, but he's got so much faith in his teammates' ability to play that as situational correctly and hold the bomb site. He actually runs off, and he has this huge flank to prevent anyone from saving their weapons. So as Mousesports is trying to fall back to get into position to save their gun, Olaf turns the corner, gets 1 pick, and that forces that last player into that really uncomfortable position in CT spawn. He's able to bail out that gun, but a very, very nice play by Fnatic to make sure Mousesports can't keep their economy strong by saving weapons.
But Chris J actually able to pick up the AWP here, and he drops down Olafmeister right around the corner. Who's going to win the battle? Oh, no. Tabson straight right in front of him and got leg shot. That's so unfortunate. That timing was just so bad on that. And unfortunately, they're going to have a member down to 18 HP to start this round off. Nico, though, starting off strong again. He's over here at this A bomb site. He is up on the Shroost that I've kind of tried to coin myself, the Shroud boost. A lot of people know it by. Does have the Desert Eagle out, and he's going to be looking for a frag or two over in this area, and he's just not going to be able to find it. He's stuck here. 5 bullets. He has to go for the reload. Is he going to be able to get it in? Yes, he is. And now the push is coming out. Olafmeister doesn't clear the corner. He's going to be able to pick up 2, 3. Can he get a 4th one? Yes, he can. Is he going to go for the ace? There's only one left, and that's Crims in the squeaky door, who does decapitate him with the AK-47, but a huge hold at the A-bomb site, all on the back of Nico, a quad from the boost box. And a sensational job from him thus far in this round and this matchup.
Yeah, it seemed to know that Fnatic knew he was there. He'd made a presence. He'd gotten 1 kill from up there, and he even shot a little bit more, dealt a lot of damage. They didn't clear it when they came out, so a small mistake. Fnatic pays for it brutally. But Nico having himself another fantastic defensive side here for Mousesports.
And he's sitting at 11-10, 7-7 for Chris J. It's almost reminiscent of the last matchup. Gabi was their 3rd fragger. This time it's Tabson, but LAN a little slow to start again this matchup, and that's unfortunate because, like we said before, he's been such a good impact player, especially on the terrorist side with his lurking role. So we'll see if he can get it going here soon.
Yeah, and it looks like it's Crim's turn to just try and save this weapon, not even going for it. He's hiding in the door. Maybe trying to get 1 kill if they try and pursue it, but the money on Mousesports is so weak. Look at these 3 remaining members, $200, $350, and $50 in their pockets. They don't have the economy to chase down this gun, so they're going to save it for another day. It looks like Nico should be able to buy, but they might have to drop the gun over to ESEA. And on the Fnatic side, you know, Wolfmeister could get an AK. It looks like this is a situation where we see them force buying a lot with these Tech 9s. And it does look like Crims is going to drop one, and they're going to be able to buy up. So 3 AK-47s, 2 Tech 9, and a CZ-75 for Fnatic. That's what they're going to bring to this round. And it would surprise you if they're keeping up this aggression pretty consistently. They slowed things down a little bit, got a little beat up in those rounds, and now they've kind of spread out that aggression a little bit more again.
Looks like they're going to go for that smoke strategy over towards the A-bomb site. They throw the smoke wall out, and this time they're going to press for the squeaky door. Last time they went back around and boosted up over top of mid and made a presence onto the catwalk. So this time we're going to see if they can actually push on in here. They fully flash off Nico, but he's playing this so smart. He's playing it right behind the smoke in this hallway. He's going to be able to find Olafmeister, but he does get instantly traded out by JW around the quad box. Gabi's going to chime in with 1 through middle, and they are going to be on this rotate. Look at how quickly the Mousesports side is already over towards this B-bomb site, or A-bomb site, pardon me.
We've got to be careful. It looks like 1 Fnatic member is going to come around towards this red box to come up highway. He's got to hurry up. That's Pronax. He's on his horse right now, running up. The retake is coming in. He's going to turn this corner perfectly in time with the Tech 9. JW gets 1. Pronax from behind. Delays him, gets 1 headshot, but that allows Crims to get a kill down to a 1-on-1 very quickly. Bombs in a very explosive position, but he's sticking the defuse. JW doesn't know this, and he's not going to be able to kill him in time. ESEA holds it, and a fantastic 1-on-1 victory from him.
Pros don't fake. He put himself, I don't know if you saw that, but he had his crosshair already up and ready for that peak to come out so he could get off the bomb and get the frag if necessary. So a great job and great awareness from LAN in that play. We were just talking about how he needed to step up, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, man. What a beautiful job from LAN salvaging that round. Now, again, the economy for the Mousesports side, not good because they continue to have these 3 or 4 round losses on their members. You can see the last one, only 1 member survived. 3 in the round before that. They have had a couple that were pretty good, but you know, losing a lot of rifles, losing a lot of these rounds back and forth, and it does look like it is going to be a B hit. Crims is going to open things up. Chris J's got to go huge with this AWP. He'll be able to find 1 return frag onto Flusha and see if he can do anything here.
Yeah, but they're going to get a plant out of this, so this is a very good eco round for Fnatic already, especially with Olaf chiming in with the 2nd kill. Down to a 3-on-3. Crims does have a Colt, but he falls to God B. Sprays through the wall. Nicely done by him, and Chris J again raining terror with the AWP, and just up to Pronax inside the site with the Tech 9. So much work to do, and he gets pushed from the side by Nico. Not going to miss that shot, and there's going to be the defuse, but it is a good eco round from them, and that's a round that Mousesports needs to start winning some of these rounds pretty convincingly. I mean, they're getting towards the end of the half, so economy's not going to have a massive impact, but you know, going forward, they're going to drop to no, they won't drop to ESEA, but they might drop to Tabson. So
look at
stabilizing a little bit here at the end.
Nico top fragging for Mousesports. I mean, this guy, he has stepped up in a big way in the last couple of matches that we've seen of theirs. Crims, this time it's his time to shine. We saw Flusha in the Mirage matchup in the first half doing a sensational job. Olafmeister off to a slow start again, but he brought it back in the second half when they were on the offensive side of Mirage. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get a whole lot of those rounds together and barely made it go to overtime as well. So We're going to see a full AK buy here from the Fnatic side and see if they can hang on to this one, or if Mousesports are going to run the tables back and make it an 8-7 first half scoreline. So very competitive matchup. That spam going through, and Crims is down to 30. 74 for Nico, so the exchange going the way of the CT side. That nade around the corner is going to find one more damage. Chris J is going to find a pick in middle. Just going to drop a couple of spam shots and then resign his position. That bomb's going to get picked up all the way back here by the box truck, working back up towards the A main. So it does look like, even with Flush's lurk over here at the B bomb site, it does look like that bomb is going to be going towards A, and this is going to be all on Nico again. He's done such a sensational job at this A bomb site. Almost every single round that they've come in towards here, he's been able to pick up a couple of kills. And look at this, he's got a Molotov or an incendiary grenade ready to rock and roll. Crims over there in the squeaky door. He might be able to drop this right on him. And is this a boost that we're seeing here? Yes, they're boosted up, looking for quad. Gabi's going to find Flusha. That's the B lurk.
Gabi's done a very good job in middle at the moment. You know, when they're not attacking it, even when they're just going slow. And here comes the execute outside of A. Nico's going to grab that first one. Legia boosted up on the box. Can't connect with Pronax quite yet. Hasn't had a 5 HP. Pronax gets a headshot. But 2-on-4 situation that nade is going to clear him out if Gabi didn't do it. All up to Olafmeister.
Let's see what he's got in a 1 versus 4. He does have the bomb on his back, head armor, and an AK-47. Gabi on catwalk. He's not going to be able to locate that. Taps and swings and takes him down. And what a beautiful job there from the Mousesports side. We're tied up at 7, but Fnatic was 7 rounds so far in this first half of cash. Is that going to be enough for him? We talked about in the first matchup, it was an 11-4 scoreline going off a CT side, and you said you thought that that was going to be more than enough rounds. Well, Mouse proved you wrong there.
Yeah, I mean, they can always prove me wrong, but Fnatic's going to be happy with 7. On the terrorist side of cash, that's going to be a very good scoreline for them. But, you know, the thing is, too, Mousesports has won, it looks like 6 of the last 7 rounds, so doing very well, making this a comeback. I mean, this could have gotten very dangerous to where the second half really wouldn't even been competitive if they let too many get away from them. So stabilizing on the scoreline.
Oh.
And still very aggressive through smokes are these Fnatic players, and Mousesports has caught onto it. Taps in with a nice pop flash. Him and Chris J combined to take down JW, so another man advantage for Mousesports here.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but Chris J, I believe, was just spamming through the smoke and walled JW through the smoke. So a great opening for them thus far in this round, and that's going to be a big player down and out. And Chris J is going to find another one. That's Flusha down. Nice headshot from that AWP. And now they're going to try to go for the boost over middle, and this is going to be all on Gabi. He's done so well in mid so far. He's able to get both of them. The second frag coming with only 16 HP left on his chest, and Pronax all of a sudden in a 1 versus 4. So last round it was Olafmeister. This time it's Pronax, and they've already got one pushed out. That's Tapson and Toxic. Going to find the kill, so 8-7, and that's not a bad recovery from Mousesports in that first half. What was it? Yeah, look at that. Well, that's all messed up. Never mind. Don't look at that.
It was something like, I think it was like 5 or 6 to 1 at some point. And
yeah.
Really,
what a recovery.
Yeah, Mousesports doing really well. Like I said, they won, I think it was 7 of those last 8 rounds. So nicely done by them. A lot of that came up to Gabi, who stepped up huge in middle, able to hold that down. And the setup they had was Gabi in middle and Legia in the highway or the speedway, and Nico over at A. And Legia was playing a very mobile rotation between those two locations, 2 crucial locations on this map. And played it very, very well. So now we'll have to see what Fnatic has in store for us on the CT side. They've been very aggressive on their terror side, very willing to push through those smokes. They just wanted to get into the fights. They wanted to throw bodies at the Mousesports players and trust their trades to be effective. And here, if they're going to keep up that aggression, I mean, there's a lot of places you can get this B push that could be possible. Flush is actually just holding the angle. Spots 1, but also, you know, an A main push, obviously. And look at this setup. There are, it looks like, 4 players for Fnatic over towards this A bomb site. Only 1 over towards B. Actually, excuse me, that is 2. They're just very close by each other, I believe.
Yeah, but you can see Gabi actually outside of the B main, and it looks like they're going to take a page out of the Fnatic book. They're going to push 3 out through mid, but this could be dangerous. Look at this. They actually, well, they had 2 by Sandbags just waiting for it, but look at how fast this flank is going to come in from the Fnatic side. And Nico's going to get caught completely unaware. He's down and out and still looking for another pop shot. It's going to be Pronax. He's got JW just, come on, buddy, move. There you go. Finally going to be able to push in through the vents, and they are going to be able to trade these out. And Boostmeister, or Olafmeister, going to be over there in the backside of that A bomb or B bomb site trying to find some shots, but he's going to resign behind that smoke. The bomb is going to get planted here. He's going to be in the default spot. Chris J finds a frag. Olafmeister and JW combine to take down Chris J, so we are onto a 2 versus 3. Are they going to be able to get this done? Pronax in the pit. I believe that's Crims up top, and JW trying to come in from B main, and oh, there it is. Legia down and very, very low with only 8 HP. He's got to play the bomb timer, and he's going to get taken out by Crims, so Fnatic is going to walk away with this pistol round. No kit. Well, Crims does have a kit, but JW. He wants the RWS.
A magnificent retake from Fnatic. That flank in middle, 2 players at sandbags just pounced. They were just waiting. And eventually they find that timing and they come in and it catches Nico completely off guard. Was not ready for that to come in that quick. And he just played it so very well even when it got down to a 3-on-3. All 3 players from Mousesports forced to stay inside of that bomb site. And at some, like, you know, those players, when you're in that situation, you have to kind of peek a little bit. You have to kind of find where the aggression is going to come from on that retake. So Fnatic just waiting for that, using the full bomb timer, you know, to force Mousesports to be uncomfortable and try and find that kind of information and just picking them off as it goes. We do have Legia with a Galil on the second round bye, but there's the aggression. JW and Pronax not caring one bit, even closing the door on the Mousesports players.
What timing.
That's got to be frustrating. Now JW Bounty just swings wide, sprays one down. And here come the rotations. 3 players for Fnatic over here. tabseN does grab one, but on the reload, Pronax pushes it. So not abating on the pressure that they want to put onto Mousesports in all situations of this matchup.
Yeah, and you know, just JW shutting the door right in their face, man. They just that perfect timing. They were able to push into A main and get that trade. He actually got instantly dinked by that Tech 9 coming around the corner, but they got both of those kills in A main. The flashbang work and everything like that, able to be pretty productive for the CT side of Fnatic. But you know, again, a couple of kills going out there, and you can see they do have a couple of SMGs here for the CT side still, a UMP for Pronax and the MP9 there for Olafmeister, but it does look like it is going to be a push here. And look at the aggression again in A main. They smoke off deep, and this time they just sit back by lockers. They're able to find 2, and that's going to be Crims also chiming in with 1 in middle. And now JW is still hiding behind the smoke, see if he can find anything else over in this area. He actually salvaged a Glock in one of the previous rounds. There it is. He's going to go ahead and push out, finds another one. 10 HP for Nico. First fire to the face. And 10 rounds now for Fnatic, a 2-round lead, and we should be going into a gun round here.
This consistent aggression from Fnatic is something that Virtus.pro actually did to Mousesports yesterday. Just constantly peeking, constantly getting into the gunfights, and Mousesports kind of collapsed under the weight of that. So we're seeing perhaps Fnatic taking a little bit of a leaf out of the Virtus.pro playbook and seeing what they can do with it, and it's working out really, really well so far in this match. But like you said, this is that first gun round, so we're going to see if they keep that up. Chris J actually only has a Mac 10, but it's not slouched at that.
That's all right. He's made it work with the P9 before. We'll see if he can do it with the Mac 10 this time. JW, look at this. He's sitting right behind that door. Just geared up and ready to rock and roll. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Nico, though, wow, he hit a lightning fast double over there in that A bomb site. He's opened it up. That bomb going to be slow on the recourse, but Flusha is going to be able to retort onto him and take him down, so that is going to be a 2-for-1 now in that A bomb site. And Flusha already worked up here. Behind the smoke is going to be Chris J. I don't know if he spotted him.
Flusha playing that smoke very well, and what a shot with the Galil.
Legia. Oh, and threw another smoke. Flusha! Krem's going to chime in with another one, and tabseN going to be your last man standing. Is that Molotov going to hit right?
I believe so. It is burning Flush out pretty hard right now. And
oh my God,
he wins it just barely. That's unbelievable. What the timing on that. Unfortunate for tabseN, who played that as well as you could have hoped.
That was perfect.
And that round just collapsed off the back of Flusha's 2 wonderful picks through the smokes. First at Forklift and then into the bomb site. But it was Olafmeister on Olaf pass, or overpass that defused that. Yeah, right. Whoops. Who gets that defused while burning in the fire. And maybe we're going to have another signal there.
Well, that was reminiscent of how Mouz played against CLG yesterday. They had it happen twice to him. Once on Dust 2, Tarek actually had 17 HP, and that Molotov came out with 3 seconds left on the clock, and he died with 1 second on the defuse, and then again on Mirage. They did the same thing to CLG twice. So that's reminiscent. You know, Similar was talking with me yesterday about it, how they hold their Molotovs until the very end of the round, and that was perfect execution by tabseN. Just unfortunately, a sliver of a second too late on that last tick from that Molotov. Otherwise, he would have had that round, and that would have been, I mean, we would have been ranting and raving the other way around. What an effort from tabseN.
Look at this angle that they have in mid, though.
Yeah, Olafmeister.
They've got a great crossfire here, and Olafmeister's going to spot one, and he stays aggressive. He peeks out, gets Chris J scoped in elsewhere. He gets a second frag. Crims chimes in as well. 3 quick ones for Fnatic, and they have a huge advantage in this round.
Yeah, Nico trying to go to war, but he's going to get traded out. JW from Catbox, and that 3-man play in middle is going to be definitely paying dividends here, and tabseN's going to find a little bit of nade damage off of that, and they might be able to spam him out here. Oh, never mind. Don't need to. Crims. Headshot right onto him. 12-8 now is your scoreline. So Fnatic looking strong on their CT side of cash.
Yeah, well, just everything's a peak. Everything is aggression out of Fnatic right now. So
it's 5 in a row.
Mousesports hasn't been able to really recover from that, and they can't establish anything early on in the rounds to give them any kind of hope moving forward. So they need to start winning some of these early battles. They need to be prepared for these aggressive crossfires. It's just, you know, there's ways you can punish these pushes if you know they're coming, but Fnatic's giving them a lot of different looks. And Fnatic's just playing it very well with everything that's going on right now. And now we have a heavy B play here. From Mousesports. They're coming in quick, but there is a lean of this defense over towards the B site.
And look at this, actually, from the vents is going to be, well, that was Flushy. He did get flanked out by Nico, but Olafmeister with the AWP at the B bomb site drops the bomb carrier, gets the 2 entry frags. He's got one right through the smoke next to him. Giving him smooches. Nice shot from Olafmeister, though. That's the 3K right around the corner of that smoke, and Nico's going to be last man standing with just a Tech 9. He's actually pushed through the smoke. Might be able to flank one out. Knife kill?
Oh, do it. Oh, no. Doesn't go for it, but Nico, execution from behind. Now he's got that AK-47. He's been very, very dangerous. He's got a minute to work with. He's got armor, but he does get dinked there by Crims. Nice shot. A couple more of those, and here comes Grenade, and this should end the party. It does. Pronax takes him out.
I still think that he should have gone for the knife there. Put that extra $1,500 in the bank as opposed to that Tech 9 kill. But, of course, he had absolutely no idea what that player was going to be doing there.
Well, you don't want to muff the knife in that situation.
No, you do not.
So 13-8. Fnatic having a
22
fantastic second half here. They've won 6 straight. Mouz has yet to get around on the board on their terrorist side. And this is all due to that pressure that Fnatic has just been applying across the map.
And, again, you know, we talked about Nico's performance on Mirage, and look at this. He's actually the top fragger in the server right now, and they're 5 rounds behind. And, again, Olafmeister with the AWP is going to be able to open things up at B.
And Chris J was the one in Mirage who was opening rounds up for him with some nice picks. He's not able to do it so far on this map, and you can see Mouz is kind of struggling behind that.
Yeah, they haven't been able to really take over too much map control on here because they just haven't had those entries that they've been looking for from previous rounds. And look at this. They're going to push straight on through, and Olafmeister's not having any other Crims is there to support his teammate over at the B bomb site, and that's Tabson down and out. That's a nice counter flash, 2 of them to be exact. And Legia is actually going to get caught by one of them, so he knows that there's a player over there in the toxic room. And now Nico all the way over by A main. He doesn't have the bomb. That's Legia and toxic.
JW is actually right up to his right on his boost barrel, so they don't know each other are there, and that's just been a battle that's been going on for quite some time here. And at the other side of the map, Crims is going to take out Legia, so he's going to force Nico out.
Turn.
Yeah, he wins that battle. But now they know exactly where he is. He's got 40 seconds, and the bomb's all the way on the other side of the map, and he might just try and save this. It's really his only play. Actually, the economy of Fnatic isn't that strong for how many rounds they've won. If he can do some more damage and keep this pressure up, winning 1 round for Mousesports might be able to force Fnatic into a save round. That could be how this comeback occurs. Get a couple easier rounds against those pistols. But they're actively hunting him down, and it looks like he's looking the wrong way. Flush is going to take him out from middle, so nothing Nico could really do there. 14-8 for Fnatic, an exclamation point in the CT side of Cash.
Absolutely. They have been flawless so far. We'll see if they can continue that as we move forward. It was 8-7 at the halftime, but 7 rounds in a row now for Fnatic on their CT side, and just trying to put this one away in 2. We saw finally we had a BO3 that went the distance last night, but we're going to start off with possibly a 2-0 again to start this day off. We did see OT in the first matchup, so that was a hell of a way to start the day off, but after this one's over, we're going to see the winners of this matchup playing against Titan to see who's going to go into the grand finals. And Olafmeister and Crims, they just don't want to take any more unnecessary risks. And it's going to be a 3 versus 5 to start this one off. And finally, Olafmeister goes down, but Crims in the vents. They see him drop. Tabs him. Yes, they do manage to snuff him out, and that's going to be a 3-on-2 now as they are working that bomb in towards the B bomb site. But look at how fast his flank is coming up from JW. He's got Chris J all the way over in CT spot, spamming through the smoke. Pulls out the pistol, not able to locate the frag just yet, but he does a tremendous amount of damage. Grenade to follow, and he's just going to push right on through that Molotov and get this retake now from the CT side of Fnatic. And a couple of bullets. JW, just such a distraction. Man, oh man.
Well, and this is the other thing that we haven't really, Mousesports hasn't had success taking bomb sites, so we haven't had a chance to really talk about this, but the aggression that Fnatic has on the other side of the map, when that attack comes in towards B, because Fnatic is already being aggressive in A main, it allows these flanks and these rotates to come in so incredibly fast. And you could see Pronax and JW both flanking were there before anyone from Mousesports was even thinking that it was a possibility. So just great work by Fnatic as a team here on Cash.
Yeah, and you can see obviously they've got plenty of money here on the CT side, so even if they drop a couple of last-ditch efforts here from Mousesports, then it'll be perfectly okay in the late game here. $11,850 for Pronax. He's going to be able to drop a couple of rifles should that go south, but Finally, a smoke comes out to cordon off that B main area, but Olafmeister going to change up his position. He's got Tabson around the corner. Not able to line up that shot. Goes for the CZ75. You might be able to pick him off with that. No. But Crims from the fence once again playing so strong. Going to be able to find that. Ooh, man, I thought he was going to take a pop shot through the smoke and almost had that bad boy lined up. But again, look at this JW, the aggression, the lurk that he has. He's going to be able to find Chris Che. Be able to find Legia. That is dropping the bomb carrier all the way back by the terrorist spawn. And Nico around the corner here. He's going to get smoked off and blinded. This is just a very difficult situation now.
And JW's still pushing through the smoke, being aggressive. Flushing gets it anyways, but not slowing down are these Fnatic members, especially JW.
Very unrelenting at this point.
And God B's got so much to do. This is a winnable 1-on-3. He's got a couple players pretty low that if he can find those ones early, he does have an AWP to go against. That's in the hands of Crims, who's far away at the moment, rotating up towards truck side. He needs to win this battle. He does, but he's taken so low by it. 19 HP, gets blinded as well. Crims misses the shot, so Gabi's made his way to the bomb site, but there's JW from the door.